In the interest of preserving suspense, I've decided to keep this week's news a mystery to all, including myself. Even I don't know what I'm pulling out of this hat.
Even he doesn't know what's coming.
That's a lie, I know, but I didn't know until an hour ago. Anyways, welcome to Under the Bridge, everybody!
Welcome to Under the Bridge.
I'm Cody, aka the Scarlet Troll, pronouns he, him.
And I am Greg, aka Greg, also pronouns he, him.
And this is our podcast where we talk news of the pop culture variety. Sometimes comic news, sometimes gaming news, pretty much always movie news, and also pretty much always a movie review. So make sure to ring the like button, smash that bell, and share the video around if you're into that sort of thing, because it really helps us out, and we appreciate it.
We appreciate it indubitably.
Skibbity-bob-dollably.
Ah!
We're caught in a loop. We did this last week.
Oh, that's right, we did do this last week, didn't we? I forgot.
Oh, that's great. So we're going to start off on a sad note. I'm not going to dwell on this too long because I'm depressed enough as it is and I don't have the proper medication to handle it, but I did at least want to acknowledge the passing of Michelle Trachtenberg and Gene Hackman. Both very well-known, very talented people. Michelle Trachtenberg, probably best known as Dawn Summers in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but she was also Nona in The Adventures of Pete and Repeat. She was Penny in the original Inspector Gadget movie.
Mm-hmm.
And she was Gloria Glad in Richie Rich's Christmas Wish, but that's less relevant.
Fair enough.
And of course, Gene Hackman, since I'm a nerd with a very narrow view of film history, I mostly know him as technically not the OG Lex Luthor because of her Superman film serials, but certainly the codifier for Lex Luthor in cinema. And also, he was Jimmy Popeye Doyle in The French Connection, a movie which I don't much care for, but a lot of other people seem to like, so I thought it was worth noting.
Myself included.
Oh, you like that?
You know, it's one of those movies where I remember the first time I watched it, I had a very good time with it, but I have a feeling if I watch it again, I would probably like it a lot less.
I don't know, I guess I just maybe need to try it again. I watched it with Nick, and we both hated it.
So the reason I watched it, admittedly, was because of how infamous the car chase is in the movie. And just everything surrounding that completely ridiculous car chase.
At least I think we both hated it. I know I hated it. Anyways, he was also General Mandible in Ants, and he was Harold the Blind Man in Young Frankenstein.
Okay.
I mean, he's got a long and storied career, so I mean, those are just the highlights of what I recognize from. Yeah, not gonna go too much into it, like I said, but rest in peace to both of them. Condolences to their family and friends and the people who actually knew them as people and not just as faces on a screen.
Right.
Because that's where the real loss is.
Yeah, indeed.
So I actually got 2 bits of gaming news.
Oh boy.
One is bad. And it's
so
not
the video game industry. I like how we approached that little kernel of information with 2 different approaches.
Yeah, no. But yours is probably, well, I mean, mine was accurate because the bad news isn't the Pokemon news, but yours is probably more relevantly accurate. Because the bad news is Warner Brothers is shutting down Monolith Productions, which means that the Wonder Woman game they've been touting for a while has been cancelled.
Oh boy, Warner Brothers killing more DC projects. Everybody say,
I don't wanna.
Yeah, that's, oh god, that was, I remember seeing that on my feed. I'm just like, I'm sorry, what? That is crazy.
Yeah, Warner Brothers Games provided a statement saying, "We've had to make some very difficult decisions to structure our development studios and investments around building the best games possible with our key franchises. Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, DC, and Game of Thrones." Well, you got the four horsemen of the Warner Brothers apocalypse.
For real.
Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, DC, Game of Thrones.
Right. I mean, the Harry Potter I could kind of get, in all honesty.
After careful consideration, we're closing 3 of our development studios, Monolith Productions, Player First Games, and Warner Brothers Games San Diego. This is a strategic change in direction and not a reflection of these teams or the talent that consists within them.
Press X for doubt.
I mean, they made Monolith Productions made Middle-earth Shadow of War. That was a big deal.
No, I'm just saying they say that. It's like, yeah, I don't believe you. Not from anything that these studios have done, but just because of the management of your company for the last What has it been, like 4 years now?
Yeah, I'm sure somebody at Warner Brothers was like, what do you mean we're making a video game based on a woman? Cancel it.
Jesus Christ.
God
almighty.
I hate this. We live in a dystopia. Oh dear. That was a little sadder than I meant it to be. Maybe I'll cut that. But
right.
Welcome to this tragic comedy podcast. The comedy is in my tragedy.
I mean, I have occasional tragedy.
Valid.
So, actually, there was something else. I wasn't sure if we had more with the Monolith Studios news.
Not really, I just had a joke about how, oh wow, hey, here's something the Blade video game is actually going to come out before. Probably.
Ouch. I could have sworn I saw something where a group of French VA actors canceled their contract in unison with, I want to say, Ubisoft.
That would track.
Yeah, hold on. All of Apex Legends' French voice actors have quit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I want to say it's in regards to AI.
That would also track.
Yeah. Well, I don't... Wait, does Ubisoft publish Apex? Oh, it's EA. Well, still works. Yeah, so basically what happened was all of the French voice actors for Apex Legends, according to Game Rant, which... Not really sure how reliable they are, because again, I don't really go out of my way to look up gaming news from various websites for the most part. According to Game Rant, the entire French voice cast of Apex Legends has quit, citing a disagreement with a new addendum that could leave the door open for AI use in the future. Many have begun to voice their support for the Apex Legends cast, sharing sentiment that they don't want to see these technologies taking opportunities from deserving humans who can offer unique qualities to their work.
I'll throw my hat in that ring. I support this decision.
Yeah.
Fuck AI. Fuck the executive shoving it down our throats. Fuck the billionaire tech bros trying to use it to steal everything they can and crush the literal human element out of the humanities.
Right.
Just fucks all around.
Right. Yeah, the article continues. After discussing the contract they were given with some of their lawyers, the French Apex Legends cast stated in more certain terms that signing would feel like an implicit endorsement of AI, which many game devs have rallied against. For some, this is an issue of compensation, as recording voice data under a contract with loose rules surrounding AI could leave freedom for studios to train models on that data, allowing them to replicate an actor's voice or for new lines without having to pay them for any more sessions. So the long and short of it basically is that the entire French cast quit because either their current contract or an upcoming contract was going to leave the door open for the studios to use AI in combination with their voices so that they don't have to have actual actors present when creating the game. Which, yeah, I can get behind that, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. And just in case there are any random scrapers trolling around YouTube videos, I'll have you know that I've embedded a secret frequency in all of these videos that if you feed it into an AI, will cause it to melt.
Right.
They don't know I'm bluffing. Nobody tell them.
Right.
Probably shouldn't have said that.
Probably not.
Oh well. Yeah, no, I'm with that. Yves Guillemot is on my nemesis list, and I'm pretty sure he's still in charge.
Yeah, I think he's still with EA.
You mean Ubisoft?
No, Apex is under EA.
Oh.
Yeah, so I got that part wrong.
Okay, then never mind. Well, EA's also on my shit list.
Never mind. Psych. You can't see it, but I'm doing the thing that the other twin brother did in The Monkey.
Very good. I respect it. Alright, should we move on to Pokemon?
Probably.
Alright, so, Pokemon Day happened. There were some presentations. We got some news. The kind of big, but not as big update, I guess, is the announcement of Pokemon Champions, which as near as I can tell is basically a battle simulator.
Okay.
But it's allowing for crossplay between Nintendo Switch and mobile, and you're going to be able to send in your own Pokemon. I don't know if that means that's exclusively how you're going to be able to do it, or if you're going to be able to find Pokemon in the game, but I guess we'll find out. And that's pretty cool, because you know what? Pokemon could use a dedicated battle sim that just updates, rather than having to buy a new game just to do battles. Now, if only they'd let you gen in the Pokemon you want.
It's like, no, that's too much freedom. We can't let you have that.
I guess to be fair, if you can send Pokemon from home into Champions, theoretically you can probably send them back, so they probably don't want gen stuff coming through, although they could just put a marker saying this Pokemon originated in Pokemon champions and therefore can't be transferred. So, I don't know. Sorry, Game Freak, I don't have time to make a competitively viable battle team. I'm busy touching grass.
I'm busy having a goddamn life.
Yeah, and by touching grass and having a life, I mean I'm busy shiny hunting. But...
Well, that's a you problem, brother.
Yeah, I know. The other thing, we finally got a first look, a real look at Pokemon Legends ZA. AKA,
Zah.
What's Za, dudes? And it looks pretty alright.
It looks neat. This might be my personal cynicism just boiling out, but I don't really like the premise of this world that the game takes place in. This city, I can't even bother, was it Luminous City?
Lumios.
Lumiose City is undergoing a massive modern redevelopment where Pokemon and humans can live together, and I'm just like, I hate this. I do not like the sound of this. A little bit, because it's one of those things where it's like, this sounds like some crazy, overly wealthy tech motherfucker who has, like, no understanding of how humans and animals work. We're gonna build just a giant city. But it's okay. There's just going to be predetermined areas in the city for Pokemon to still be wild. What could possibly go wrong?
All I can think of is just a bit from Guardians 2 of That's Why You Don't Like Hats. Of all the things.
I don't know. Like I said, it's part of it with certain, like, current events, not current, something, just the development of everything over the last, 10 years or so. That just kind of makes that part of my brain tickle a little bit, if that makes sense.
I don't get it. Because, Pokemon A, they're functionally sentient. Second of all, yeah, what's wrong with we're making the city to be more ergonomic and actually harmonious with nature? Because we don't shove enough animals out of their environment.
Yeah! I don't know, I guess it's the thing of city, concrete, steel, buildings, harmonious with nature. It's like, those don't really go together, but I
guess.
I will say the way the battling looks does look kind of interesting to me, though. I will admit that.
That's the part that I don't know that I like. Look, the thing I like about Pokemon games is that I can put it down and be sitting on the same thing for 30 minutes, and when I come back, nothing will have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Having to actually think about things in real time, and it looks like moves still have a gauge or a countdown or something, so you can't just spam stuff. So, I don't know, for me, this feels kind of like the ATB system in Final Fantasy, which is the worst of both worlds as RPGs go as far as I'm concerned. I cannot wrap my head around the ATB system, because it's, okay, so it requires quicker thinking, but I can't just do whatever. So, it's too slow to be fast, and it's too fast to be slow, but I don't know. Pokemon battling in the anime is much cooler than battling in the game, so this seems a step closer to that.
There was a certain point watching the extended trailer that showed more of the gameplay and all, seeing that you could move your character around, it's just like, this feels like this could be a really easy way for a Pokemon to make an attack and fuck up the trailer, which I personally would think would be very funny.
Oh, that's what Legends Arceus did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you've played that game.
Yeah, but, okay, wait, no, that's right, you could do that.
Yeah, you can get attacked in Legends Arceus.
Fair. We didn't get very far.
No, that's also fair.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of things where it's like you have Charizard just having, I don't know if it's called Flamethrower or some other move, because I haven't paid attention
that's
to the Pokemon
move.
proper. Okay, that is a move. Charizard does Flamethrower, and your character moves right on time, and just gets a face full of Flamethrower.
Oh, you could do that in Legends Arceus during battles. You can get in the way of an attack. It'll knock you down.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it can kill you.
Okay, that's just kind of what I've thought about. Yeah, just trying to have this Pokemon battle, and then I just accidentally turned into some smoked ribs because I moved in the wrong direction.
I don't know. Between the battle system, the fact that it's all in one city, which, okay, on the one hand, that's actually probably better for the graphics, because when you have buildings blocking stuff, that means you don't need as big a draw distance, which means maybe the games won't fucking chug.
I was gonna say, I noticed while watching the trailers, he was like, I don't see an excessive film grain on the screen. That's a plus. Because I remember seeing that on the trailers for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm just like, guys, why?
Because he's center field.
Hmm.
But no, it's not that I have a problem with that from a you can't have cool gameplay perspective. It just feels like, oh hey, we're finally doing a follow-up to Pokemon X and Y! And instead of giving the whole region its due, you're stuck in the city. Okay, that's neat. Although, there's a lot of opportunity here because that city is based on Paris.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true.
Which means there could be a whole underground catacomb section for all we know. Welcome to Pokemon The Depths. We gotta go stop Ganondorf.
You know, I did actually forget as well that there is a Pokedex Pokemon. I still don't understand from a scientific level. I mean, I know that science is not a thing in Pokemon, really. But how does a living, breathing animal entity have an LCD screen?
Oh, no, see, you misunderstand. That's Rotom. Rotom isn't the Pokedex. Rotom is a little electric ghost that inhabits in mechanical devices. So, it's a little thing inside your phone which has the Pokedex on it.
Okay, I thought it was a Pokemon that just was born with a phone in its stomach.
No. It makes a choice to inhabit your phone.
Okay. Alright, that makes a lot more sense.
Or it gets installed against its will, I'm not 100% sure. Do they just breed Rotoms to go into phones? How does that work?
Yeah, we're installing your mandatory update, Rohan Edition. It's just like, oh god.
Rohan Edition. I didn't realize we were on Middle Earth. Oh, man.
Ugh.
Also, the starter choice is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've got 2 Johto starters, and then Tepig. Now, I know why we don't have Cyndaquil, because Cyndaquil was just a starter in the last Legends game, but why do we have the other 2? Especially for the Grass and Water starter, because, not to put too fine a point on it, but we're in the region based on France. Snivy literally incorporates elements of French nobility and the fleur-de-lis into its design, and Empoleon's Japanese name is partly inspired by Napoleon. It's called Empert. Why are these not the starters? And, I don't know. I don't like Tepig very much, but I guess as long as Emboar gets a cool regional form, that'll solve some of my problem. Because the main problem I have with Emboar is it's the 3rd firefighting starter in a row, and it's a weird design, and I don't know how much I care for it, but that's neither here nor there. Also, biggest development! Biggest thing in the series, never before seen! These are brand new techs! You can, actually, apparently, catch fainted Pokémon! Holy shit!
Wait, you couldn't do that?
No, if you knocked a Pokemon out, you were sharing a luck, son. You're not getting that one back. Go find another one. Good fucking luck.
That's fucking stupid.
Right?
You would think it would make the most sense to catch a Pokemon when it's fainting, because it can't fight out of the Pokemon. What the hell?
You've got to injure it, but not faint it.
Is it some anti-animal cruelty nonsense?
I don't know. You beat it, it just disappears. That's how it goes. But in this case, we see a bit where somebody brings a Pokemon's health seemingly down to 0 and throws a Pokeball. Maybe it's a timing thing. Maybe you have to do it at the exact moment its HP hits 0. I don't know. I'm probably going to mess that part up. But, that's still really big. That's cool. That's a little quality of life thing I really like. Also, it's weird that this is a Legends game, but it's set not in the past.
Yeah, well, what is it going to be set in the future then?
It's definitely after the events of X and Y. So
Future! Sorry.
What does that make what makes a Pokemon Legends game a Legends game then? I guess it's using a different battling style from the main game / the ability to catch Pokemon without battling them, because that's really not something you do in the main games. I do like this idea of using this to experiment and play around with the formula and do different things. I'm not opposed to different. I'm a little hesitant because this franchise has been so utterly averse to doing anything new.
My adventures are so fucking legendary that they know about them before they even happen.
No, I'm looking forward to this, and it's coming out late this year, holiday season it seems like.
Oh boy.
Yeah!
First game for the Switch 2, probably.
It's gonna be on the regular Switch as well. I'm pretty sure they confirmed.
Oh, that's true.
Be a real shit move if they didn't.
Mm-hmm. It'd be a shit move, but it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility either.
No, it would not. No, it would not.
It's one of those things where they do that. It's like, I'm not surprised, but I am very disappointed.
Yep. Anyways, I got some bad news and I got some good news. Which one do you want first?
We'll just rip the Band-Aid off and do the bad news first.
Alright, you remember how Disney Plus was working on a Tiana series that was spinning off from Princess and the Frog?
Cancelled?
Yep.
Good. Yeah, that's what I expected, honestly.
Yeah! Alright, DEI is dead, boys!
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what that means? No more Disney princess shows! I can't... Oh, I liked Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah. Anyways, apparently the reason why this series has been cancelled has nothing to do with the repeal of DEI, and the timing is pure coincidence, I assure you. It's actually because apparently Walt Disney Animation Studios is no longer making original long-form content for streaming. Or at least, they're moving away from it.
What?
They're no longer making long-form content with the intent of having it go straight to Disney+. Which, on the one hand, kinda makes sense, because you're not getting any other fucking money out of it.
Yeah.
On the other hand, no fucking shit! Took you this long, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid motherfuckers. Yeah, apparently, I don't know. They're just not doing it anymore. Which is a real shame. Allegedly, they are still working on a separate short-form special that's inspired by Princess and the Frog. That's still in early development, though.
Okay.
Now I want to rewatch that movie. Anyways, I got better news, though.
Okay, good. What's the good news?
You remember that Barney movie being produced by Daniel Kaluuya that we keep periodically going back to and then forgetting about?
Well, considering I forgot that movie existed, yes, actually.
Yeah, well, Io Adebri is set to write and is also in talks to star.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah!
Alrighty. That sounds interesting.
If she's in it, I'll watch the hell out of that. I was gonna watch it anyway because Daniel Kaluuya... I don't remember if it was supposed to be a horror, if it was just supposed to be a weirdly depressing Barney movie, but... The very idea filled me with curiosity and a little bit of fear, but the good kind of fear. The getting on a roller coaster fear, but one where you're pretty sure you're not gonna die. But only pretty sure.
Only slightly sure you're not gonna die.
You're only slightly sure you're not gonna die.
Mm.
Now this has been a long time coming. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Right, this got announced in 2019.
This movie got announced in 2019?
Yeah. Wow, I've been thinking about this movie on again, off again for 6 years.
That's terrifying, honestly.
But no, yeah, look...
Is this gonna be the Kingdom Hearts of movies?
Don't be ridiculous. Ant-Man exists.
That's fair.
Blade exists.
Yeah, that even comes from the same studio.
No, they were working on... They had Edgar Wright attached to Ant-Man since 2006, and that movie came out in 2015 after he'd left.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right when principal photography was starting. Never underestimate how... Hell, look how long Megalopolis was in development. And then don't look at Megalopolis.
And then just don't watch Megalopolis. If you care about yourself...
Don't look at it.
And your sanity, unless you want to see, I guess, Aubrey Plaza be completely fucking insane, which is honestly extremely entertaining in its own right. Don't see Megalopolis.
Not enough to save the movie. I'll tell you what, Greg, I'm working on that secret project, and I'm getting close to when we watch Megalopolis, and hoo boy. I'm dreading it. I'm really dreading it.
Oh boy.
Can't wait. Let's go to trailer time.
Let's do trailer time.
It's trailer time again. We've got movie previews to watch. It's trailer time again. Alright, so we got a tiny little baby teaser for Shrek 5 that looks terrible.
It does not look great. It's not encouraging, ladies and gentlemen.
Something about the animation style is off.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's probably because, technology evolves, methods change, and what have you. But I feel like the other Shreks had a uniformity of design that this one doesn't. There's something ever so slightly off, you know?
Do you think it's something that's done to try and make the characters look a little bit older?
I don't think it's older. I think... I cannot put my finger on it for the life of me, but it looks smoother? It looks... I don't want to say it looks like they're trying to gear it for a younger audience, because I can't put my finger on what I mean by that. But...
Well, that is an interesting thing to think about, because realistically, the current mid-teen audience that goes to see movies has probably never seen one of the Shrek movies. Because there hasn't been one.
Yeah, they've probably just seen all the memes.
They've seen all the memes, they've never actually seen the movie, because there hasn't been... Shrek 4 was what? 2009, was it?
Something like that. It was a while ago.
Yeah, so it's probably like, we need to kind of do this in a way to make it more appealing to these audience to these audience characters, to these paid actors.
Jesus.
Hi, I'm tired as fuck now.
Same. Suck it up, though. We got work to do.
Yeah, I know. In an attempt to make it appeal to a younger audience. And I think that's also part of the reason why they have Zendaya playing Shrek and Fiona's daughter.
Yeah, that's the one big thing out of it, actually. Also, that weird bit where the magic mirror's showing a meme.
Yeah, that was weird. That was kind of not okay.
Maybe that's where I'm getting the younger audience vibe from. Also, I'm pretty sure it's Zendaya.
Oh,
I deleted childhood memories for that pronunciation.
That's fair.
Yeah. No, Christmas 2026, I'm suddenly no longer as excited just based on this.
Right. Well, I mean, they have a year and a half, roughly. Actually, a little bit more than that. Who knows, maybe they'll pull a significantly less aggressive Sonic the Hedgehog and fix the animation by then. You never know.
I don't think the style is a bug, I think it's a feature.
Yeah, I mean, that was also a joke.
Maybe it's to sync it up a little more with Puss, because it's not the same style as Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, but it feels like it's quicker than Shrek. In that, not in the same way Puss in Boots is. It's not moving at the same speed, obviously, but it feels like it's edging a little closer to that.
Fair.
But I'm no animation specialist. If you are, let me know in the comments what you think. And also, hey, thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching, indeed.
Yeah, or listening. You know, whichever platform you're on. Anyways, we also got a final trailer for a Minecraft movie.
Jason Momoa is going to be the best part of this movie, and that's not going to be enough to save it.
No, but I do like the bit where he's talking with the pink sheep.
I mean, I don't know. His parts in the movie or in the trailer rather, were kind of the only bits that got a slight smile to like a very light chuckle out of me, in all honesty.
Yeah, like when he pushes that kid off the cliff.
Yeah. When that happened, there's a part of me that should be laughing my ass off, but considering what this movie is, it gets a chuckle. It just gets a chuckle.
But I feel like a lot of this movie is based around... There's a bit very early in where Steve goes, I'm gonna cushion our fall with this bucket of water! And it's like, oh, this movie feels like it's gonna be a lot of, here's a reference to some weird physics mechanic from the games, and we're gonna spell it out for you. So that the kids in the audience will go, ooh, I recognize that, and I don't have an attention span, so I need it explained to me. And the adults in the audience will go, oh, that's what they're doing. I know Minecraft.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't Minecraft and I don't have any children, so what does that make me?
Yeah.
Oh god, seeing this movie in theaters is gonna suck.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, I've got adult friends who play Minecraft, and I'm sure there are kids who don't, so I probably shouldn't divide it along generation lines like that, but...
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go out of my way to see this in theaters, realizing that, in all honesty.
Well, that narrows down our cinema synergy options.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll still do the cinema synergy for this, but unless it somehow turns into a Five Nights at Freddy's situation, which, again, the thought of that, I personally find very funny when it's a thing of all these parents taking their kids to a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Is like, yo, pay attention to the game, right?
Of course they don't.
Which is very much proven when we get to the scene where I'm pretty sure like one of the animatronics actually bites somebody's head off in full view. And I remember at that moment, our theater went very quiet. Yeah, y'all fucked up.
You fucked around and found out, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. That would be funny.
Yeah, it would. Anyways, there's always Death of a Unicorn to look forward to.
There's a part of me that feels like I should hate this movie, but I just can't bring myself to.
No, this looks class. I like this.
It looks very class. It looks like a great time.
And plus, I mean, Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega, come on. And also, the unicorn's a monster. Come on!
Yeah.
Come on!
Yeah.
That's so cool!
I'm very curious to see what the side effects are of these people harvesting the unicorn's blood to cure all these things. Because it's going to be something. It's very clearly going to be something where the guy who's saying, it's our moral obligation to do this to save humanity. I'm like, you are being an idiot, and you're going to pay for it in some stupid-ass way.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be there's anything inherently harmful or wrong about using unicorn physiology. I think it's going to be you've called down the wrath of God.
Yeah.
And God is a horse!
With a stick on its head.
God is a horse with a stick on its head!
That glows in the dark. Yeah, no, I'm very much looking forward to this one.
Yeah. Oh, firstshowing.net says this comes out March 28th.
Alright. Well,
maybe it's a limited release and that's why it's not bolded.
Maybe.
Well, here's hoping it's near us, because I want to see this.
Same.
Let's go to box office.
Let's do the box office.
I saw the highest grossing movie domestically this weekend, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's Brave New World still.
Yeah, as I say, it's probably still Brave New World. I'd be shocked that Brave New World got knocked off its perch this early.
Well, it might next week, just because...
Falcon joke.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's Captain America now, so you know what? I don't see him as Falcon anymore. He's Captain America to me, thank you.
Fair and valid.
But no, $14.85 million domestic weekend, $163.5 million domestic total. It's currently sitting at $341.9 million worldwide. It's slowing down. It's definitely slowing down, and considering it's been reported it needs to make $400 million to turn a profit.
Oof.
We might be in for... Make more of these! I don't care what the box office says, make more of them. Don't be cowards.
Yeah, this was a good time.
Make more of them, don't be afraid to lean into the crazy shit, make the Serpent Society a bunch of assholes in snake costumes, and, don't keep pushing it back.
Yeah, definitely don't do that.
So you can do reshoots. Jesus. Anyways, the movie I saw this weekend, Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuuX Beginning.
I forgot you were going to go see that, in all honesty.
Yeah, I certainly wasn't going to go see Last Breath. Ninth place at $916,664 million domestically this weekend and in total. However, it's sitting at $19.5 million worldwide. I'm assuming most of that's Japan?
Yeah, I'd say probably a lot of that is the Japanese domestic market raking it in.
But I didn't look at the breakdown, so I don't know. Anyways, this is my first real experience with Gundam.
Really?
Yeah, no, the only other Gundam experience I've had is when I was in elementary/middle school. Gundam SD was on, I want to say, Toonami?
Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. I've consumed bits and pieces of Gundam over the years. I've never sat down to watch any of the series from start to finish, but I remember seeing a lot of it on Toonami in elementary school and all that. Yeah.
No, but that's obviously not indicative of Gundam, because in that the robots are actual characters and also they're tiny, like they're human-sized. So, yeah, no, obviously not indicative. I will say I was surprised when Captain Gundam showed up in this. At least I think it was Captain Gundam. I don't know. It could be a different guy.
So, I will say the way that Gundam generally works, I don't know how it is with the movies and all that, but generally speaking within the various Gundam series, each series of Gundam, as far as the animes that they make, are more or less self-contained. There are some bits and pieces and world details that do carry over, but all of the animes are more or less self-contained. The main thing that carries over from all of them is, generally speaking, the designation and more so the design of the main Gundam that's used by the main characters. The signature Gundam of each series is always going to be the standard white with red, blue, and yellow highlights Gundam model. And that's about to the extent of my general knowledge about how Gundam as an overall arching series works. Besides being that and going out of its way to show how much war sucks, and being very in your face with human suffering and warfare in the figurative and literal sense.
Well, as somebody who has basically no knowledge of Gundam, I thought this was pretty okay, even though I have very little idea what's going on.
Yeah, you have more of an idea than I do, so tell us more about I forget the tagline for this Gundam movie already.
GQuuuuuuX the beginning?
GQuuuuuuX the beginning. Gundam darling in the Franxx.
No, and I'm not making it up. It's pronounced GQuuuuuuX.
Is it actually pronounced GQuuuuuuX?
Yeah.
That is insane.
I know, right? And apparently that's a placeholder designation in the Gundam's files itself?
Really?
Yeah. Anyways, it's funny you say that apparently most Gundam series are self-contained, because this one is explicitly an alternate timeline of something else.
Really?
Yeah, as I understand it, I had to look this part up because I didn't know. It starts with some guy named Char going on a mission, and he captures a white Gundam, and he repaints it to a red Gundam, and he's fighting for the Principality of Zeon for their independence against the Federation forces.
Okay.
And they're doing some kind of mission to stop some big ship or something, and then he goes on a bad acid trip and disappears.
Okay, and I know enough about what you said to say that this is an alternate timeline of the original story that Gundam started with in the 70s. Yeah, the Principality of Zeon and the other faction you mentioned are the two main factions in the original series.
Gotcha. So, I thought this was just going to be about this Char guy, who sounds familiar and looks familiar, and it's probably just because of general cultural osmosis regarding Gundam. But I thought it was going to be about him. And then he fucks off into a 5-gum commercial, and...
How it feels to chew 5 gum. I got a mech suit.
And then it skips ahead 5 years, and the Red Gundam has reemerged, but apparently it's not being piloted by Char, and this guy named Bull, who was basically Char's friend, and not quite co-pilot, he's something called a MAV. I think they explained what it was, but I think I missed that part.
Okay.
I didn't take notes because, unfortunately, anytime I'm looking at the screen is a point where I'm not reading subtitles.
As I say, because this movie only has a Japanese dub, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's dubbed into English. So,
right.
I mean, the really funny part is, I put this in the This Is Decent tier, and I would have put it higher, except for the fact that it's not actually a movie.
I'm guessing it's either a compilation of various episodes, or it's a refresher thing.
It's a theatrical cut of the start of the GQuuuuuuX anime that is apparently gonna start actually debuting later this year.
So it's a prequel?
It's a preview. It's not a prequel. It's like the first...
Okay.
I don't know. It's an 81-minute ad for a show that's upcoming.
That is insane!
Yeah, no, because there's a point. This is 81 minutes long. It's actually kind of refreshing, but also a little infuriating, because there's a part where things really start getting good, and you're like, okay, where's it gonna go from here? Credits? Oh, I thought this was the end of the second act.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh no, it's over. Okay. Alright. Yep.
That's...
Well, can my voice get any higher?
I don't know. Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, man. No, but I liked it. Don't get me wrong. It was a fun time. There's some pretty sick robot action. I don't understand half the things. I don't know what a Minovsky particle is. There's some cool tactics discussed about how Gundam fighting apparently works in a 2v2, and how the importance of strategy and getting the advantage, but how quickly the advantage is lost. There's some cool stuff there. I like the characters. I like how it feels like the first part is animated. The first part feels like it's a completely different thing than the rest of it, honestly.
Okay.
Probably because the first one is obviously trying to evoke the style of the originals, whereas the rest of it is obviously about this new series and these new characters.
Okay.
Because you got Amate, also known as Machu.
Machu Picchu?
No.
Sorry.
I guess in Gundam people have psychic powers. God, if we have any Gundam fans who are listening, they're gonna hate this.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have no idea.
I mean, I wouldn't be any better, but it's also a thing of like, look, man, you're asking us, mostly you, to adequately talk about this movie that's just one tiny speck in a nearly 40-year franchise where everything isn't related, but it technically is.
So yeah, I guess there are people called new types who have psychic abilities that mostly manifest in the form of observation hockey, but
Observation hockey?
That's a little One Piece reference for,
Oh, okay.
Look, I know some anime, alright? I'm not a complete loser.
Oh, very good.
But no, they could basically, they have enhanced intuition to the point of kind of being able to see the future, I guess?
Okay.
And that allows them to pilot Gundams more easily, because they can interface with it psychically. Although, that might be an intrinsic built-in thing, because I guess Gundams can also have a piece called a PSICOM.
Okay.
That allows them to communicate even when there are Minovsky particles scattered around. I still don't know what the fuck a Minovsky particle does, but apparently it's crucial.
Hold on, I kind of want to look this up now.
I feel like I should probably say spoilers, but I don't know. I don't know what's a spoiler.
Yeah, because it's thinking someone's going to be like, no, shut the fuck up, you're talking too much about it. It's just like, we have 0 frame of reference.
There's one really good part. It's probably one of my favorite bits in the whole movie. So, the guy who was supposed to be piloting the GQuuuuuuX couldn't get the PSICOM to activate, and he loses control of it, and he ends up abandoning it. Well, he doesn't abandon it, but he gets tracked down by a military police unit, and Machu happens to be trying to pilot another mech for a clan battle, but they get in their path, and she jumps into the GQuuuuuuX and manages to activate it, and she ends up basically running away with the thing, and I thought for sure You Say Run was going to start playing during the turnaround. There's another little anime reference for you. There we go. So, the other guy, Xavier, doesn't have a Gundam, doesn't have the Gundam anymore. He gets arrested because there's some kind of political thing involved. And Bull, who's basically his superior, they're like, well, we can't ask for him back because we have to disavow knowledge that he's there, or at least we can't, like, officially take responsibility for it, and we can't get in a fight over it. That'll start war. So he's just very slowly driving the giant fucking spaceship through the colony, going, minimal speed, we don't want to cause any real damage.
Oh, no. Is it like a giant space colony ship with millions of people?
Not the ship he's flying.
Okay. Alright.
No, they got a big-ass spaceship that they're flying through this off-world colony.
Okay.
And they're just...
Alright,
and then they're just hovering there.
Alright, I had a moment, because, like, if that was the case, I'd be like, wow, they're going way back. Because that would have been, like, okay, that's actually the catalyst that starts that series.
Huh.
Yeah. The long and short, and again, I say this as someone who hasn't watched a lot of Gundam, so I don't know anything that happens beyond that. Basically, there's a giant colony ship that literally has millions and millions of people on this ship. If I remember it correctly, the enemy faction in the original Gundam series somehow managed to take over the controls of this ship and ram it into the home planet of these people, destroying the planet and killing tens of millions of individuals.
Oh, that's the thing that they managed to avert happening in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Soden,
okay.
Or Granada? Something like that?
Okay.
They were crashing something, I think something called Sodan was crashing into Granada?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to, I guess, destroy Xion's main, I think, population center, or maybe base, or I don't remember how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I having no Gundam experience, I'm only keeping track of this in the vaguest terms.
Right.
I'm just like, okay, GQuuuuuuX, that's this Gundam.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
I know who Char is, I know who Bull is. I can tell who Kycilia is. She seems not trustworthy.
Right.
But, oh god, I'm all over the place. But then again, this isn't really all over the place. But no, it's a fun time. I had a good time with this, and I really wish I could go into more details, but I kind of don't have any.
Yeah. It's the thing of, as someone who hasn't seen this movie, it's the thing of, from everything I've heard, there's never really been any bad piece of objectively poor piece of Gundam media. But again, it's one of those things where, on one hand, they try their best to make it to where it's not horrifically hard to jump in, because, you know, different stories along a 40-year franchise. But on the other hand, it's different stories along a 40-year franchise. And there's still enough base things happening where if you don't know what's going on, you're not really going to get all of it. But again, from the bits and pieces I've seen, no matter what you jump into, you should typically have a good time.
I kind of want to start now, just so I have a better frame of reference for what's going on. I don't know that I'll follow through with that, because there's a lot to go through.
Oh, there's so much. There is so much of Gundam. It is insane. Just from the shows and all that. How many Mobile Suit Gundam series are there? Hold on. There are a lot. Holy shit. Literally too many to count.
Well, now hold on a sec. Now I need to check on this. What are we talking about here?
On the Wikipedia, I just searched up Mobile Suit Gundam and then just went to the media bit under TV series, films, and video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was on the wrong page.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to shift through there.
Anyways, the important point is, for somebody who has zero idea what the hell was going on, this was still a fun time. I had a good time watching it. The action is pretty sick. There's some pretty good funny moments.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give too many of them away, just cause, I mean, I feel like this was a pretty limited release, so therefore if you haven't seen it, it might be a little late, but who knows.
Mm-hmm.
If you like robots, if you like giant robots, or you like anime, which is a stupid thing to say because anime is a very broad category, but if you like mech robot anime,
yeah,
you probably already watched Gundam anyway, so what the fuck am I even saying?
Yeah, as I say,
I liked it! That's the important part.
There's people who argue against it, which I don't really understand, but anime and mecha very much go hand in hand.
The only thing that gets me about it is the fact that because it is the opening for a TV show, it ends right when it feels like it's getting somewhere.
Yeah. Now you gotta watch the original material, or the material that's gonna be coming out later, because you just watched an hour 20-minute ad for an upcoming series.
Woo!
Oh, that's funny. That's actually really fucking funny.
This feels like a nothing burger review, but I'm gonna cut it here rather than keep rambling on. So if you're still with us, thanks so much, and I'm so sorry.
Same.
But you know what to do. You know when to do it. Next week, it's Mickey 17!
Yay!
Woo! And maybe in the Lost Lands. I'm not committing to anything, but maybe I'll go see that one, because it's been one of those weeks where I feel like maybe I could use that kind of catharsis of seeing something I'm probably gonna hate, and maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I'll just leave having expelled all the dead inside feelings I'm currently holding in the rage and vitriol with this. We'll see.
We shall see. But until next time.
Yeah, regardless of how my using movies as therapy goes, this has been Under the Bridge with Cody, aka the Scarlet Troll.
And with Greg, aka Greg.
And we'll catch you all next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye!